So, but you still see these shapes of sustenance. The igloo, for example. What is amazing, one side you have mud, but now they are living in a certain place, like the Arctic Circle. And look at the very form, it's evolved with time, and there's a lot of design, there's a lot of technology in it. And a simple thing like you say, mud plaster, they use snow plaster. And because snow has got air pockets in it, it gives you a lot of insulation. And it's so scientifically designed, this igloo. And then also look at the picture, it makes you think, because it's also a commune. Instead of one large building, they've got these capsular environments, which break the community into individual units or families, but they're still together. This is another unusual thing, the Amish community. Those who've been in the States would be aware, and there's a similar community which is portrayed in this movie, The Witness, with Harrison Ford. And he has to give up all his technology and all, even though he's a policeman who goes into that village and live a very simple farming life. And these people amazingly still retain with great vigor. They resist technological progress, and they've limited to the era of the horse cart, and they work very much with nature, with agrarian forms, and they seem to be quite happy. But then comes a moment of a very strong point with all environmentalists and people who are very deeply into this whole passion of working with nature, Chief Seattle. And Chief Seattle, after whom the city of Seattle is named, I mean, what he wrote particularly when Thomas Jefferson was the president, he said, the president in Washington sends word that he wishes to buy our land. How can you buy or sell the sky? The land? The idea, it is strange to us. This is a very tribal way of thinking, because sense of ownership, we talk of even owning a plot of land or paying rent, but who owns it? And this is where I feel very strongly modern man, if we say we don't own the freshness of the air and the sparkle of the water, how can you buy them? And the speech goes on, and there are controversies about the speech because they say he never said anything like that. But whatever it is, he reflects a tribal sense of reason, which you saw in that slide with the Sentinel Islander trying to shoot the arrow. And when you talk of this ownership, it means that somewhere the human being has decided we are not part of nature. We're a unique lot, we clothe ourselves, we use fire, we use the wheel. The wheel has changed the fortune of mankind has changed because of the invention of the wheel, and particularly the discovery of vulcanization. On the whole thing of the rubber industry, and there's a beautiful book called The Miracle of the Wheel, and this has really changed the face of mankind with transportation. And then comes a different point. If you look, we've just started with Stone Age, or the whole process of evolution, and then you come to one landmark moment in mankind's history, the Industrial Revolution. And what better with so many people from the building industry, a lovely image is the Crystal Palace. And even today, the Crystal Palace has no match to certain concepts. The whole idea of kit of parts, bringing things together. There was another gentleman who mentioned something about prefabrication. So again, prefabrication has its uses, and if it's well thought out, the type of materials, I'm not against metals, because I'll be showing you a few things about metals also in this slideshow. And can we use metals judiciously? Because you also have lighter weight with metals. So it isn't necessary that you can't have a building with metal, but can you use it in other methods? And looking back at the Crystal Palace, a lot of these things started off, which some of you have been to Paris, you have seen the Pompidou Center, which goes along the same line of thinking, and the whole approach to using lightweight structures in the building industry. And the lighter a building comes, you're also saving on certain material mass, weight of the building on the earth,